will get their qualifying campaign underway tomorrow. Just taking a look at the odds in this one, France coming into it as favourites. But we also did hear from Kylian Mbappe in what was his first press conference as captain of France. Speaking about the whole situation with Antoine Griezmann being upset about the decision, he said, "I spoke with Antoine, he was disappointed and that's understandable. It's an expected reaction. I told him that I would have had the same reaction. He is perhaps the most important player during the Deschamps era. I am not his hierarchical superior, and he and I will be hand in hand to try to allow this team to impose itself on a global level. If he has something to say to the group, I'll sit down and listen. You mustn't shut the door to anyone. Everyone is free to express themselves." So Frankie says they're going to be hand in hand. Do you believe that?
Hopefully they will, if they have the good result, they will be. The atmosphere will be there, the good atmosphere, and then everybody's going to be happy. But it's crazy that nowadays, players have to be political, diplomatic. I would have been the captain of France or just named the captain of France. I would have said, you know what, I've been named by the coach. If you want some explanations, go back to the coach. Don't come to me. I'm happy to be the captain of France. I'm proud to be the captain of France. Don't start, something with Antoine. Antoine is my teammate, and we're going to keep on working on that. But don't try to explain too much that I talked to him, everything is good, we're going to be friends, we're going to work hand in hand. Come on, play football, stop talking. And again, for me, it's not a debate. You play for France, you should be happy to play for France, even if you're not the captain. It's important, but it's not crucial for me.
Are you having a little chuckle there, Stuart?
Yeah, because I agree with Frank entirely. People used to ask me, who was the greatest captain you played under? And was it important, the captain? In football, and people disagree with me, captain meant nothing to me. I couldn't care less who was captain. I was a captain of Coventry for 2 years. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less Alvin Martin was the captain of West Ham. I couldn't care less whether David O'Leary was the manager of Arsenal. It made no difference to me. You went out and played. The captain in football doesn't really have an influence on the game. It's the coach that has the biggest influence, the manager. The captain's just there to shake hands, flick the coin, and occasionally rally the troops every so often. Everyone talks about Tony Adams being a great captain. I used to chuckle at what he used to say. I used to laugh at what he used to say. It was embarrassing. But there we go. Everybody has a different view on it.
The captain leads the team out. If you've got 11 international players, the chances are you've got 11 internationals who understand the game and can organise, or they should be able to, and can voice their opinion and do all the things that people think only a captain does. I don't ever remember ever been asked, or any of my teammates ever been asked, about what they thought about who was captain. Gary McAllister was captain for Scotland for many a year when I was playing. And when Gary was injured, Colin Hendry captained it for in the World Cup and for a few games. It made no difference, as Rob said. I don't know why everybody has to make a big deal of this. And if Antoine Griezmann's upset, and I don't know if he is or not, then he needs to just go over it. Because it's part and parcel. A coach makes a decision the same as he makes personnel decisions to play. Then he makes a decision who's going to be captain. Maybe who speaks to the press a little bit more. But really and truly, unless you've got a bunch of big babies in that dressing room, it shouldn't really make a jot of a difference, to be honest, who the captain is or not.
You all played far too good teams. Listen, I played with Trinidad and Tobago. I think it made a difference to us. We had Dwight York as our captain, sitting during that World Cup run, and I felt him as
That's a big disparity.
Well, yeah, exactly, and that's my point. And that's my point. You look to your captain for leadership when otherwise it might be a little bit hard to come by. And Dwight was an incredible captain for us. But even then, if Dwight wasn't available or he didn't play and somebody else was named captain, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a discussion. Or Dwight got the captain's armband off somebody else. Press didn't ask about it, and certainly the players didn't think about it. I think it becomes important when things aren't going well and you want somebody just to step up and show that bit of leadership. Otherwise, it's not an issue to the players, shouldn't be an issue to the press.
It seems to me, though, that they're always people always think, and maybe the French media, which I presume this is where this is coming from.
It's Frank's
There is always going to be a problem within the French camp. That's kind of where I'm getting. The feeling I'm getting is that they always think that any decision, Benzema, Giroud, Mbappe's playing time, Mbappe's position, who's the captain, it just always seems to me that people are always looking, because the French, they're not the only ones, but they've had a bit of a history about imploding within their squad, because a lot of big egos in there. It seems to me that people are poking away to see if they can find any little cracks in their latest decision and whether that's going to affect the team, but it shouldn't.
Blame the French is basically what Craig's saying, Frank.
Okay, I'm sorry, but the thing is I remember my time where Didier Deschamps was the captain. We had Laurent Blanc as the vice captain, but we could have had, Zidane, Djorkaeff. I've been sometime myself captain, Thuram, Desailly as well. I mean, that was crazy that we never talked, never ever, about the captaincy of Didier Deschamps. It was Jacques Escol, and we agreed. But I can tell you, the one who got the most criticism on the field during the games was Didier Deschamps. Everybody was shouting at him. And I heard some people saying, shut up, when he was saying something. So it wasn't about his talent or what. It was about his camaraderie, how he was dealing with the players. But he wasn't superior to anybody else. Never. The ego, Craig was talking about the ego. We had the biggest team with the biggest ego, I can tell you. But we dealt with that, and we accepted the ego of the others. And we didn't care who was the captain. We are all captains. That's the main problem that they have right now. They have two young players, or they have young players, talented players, but who's the leader? Griezmann, we had bad time for 2 years, and Mbappe, who has been being criticized with Paris Saint-Germain. That's the two guys fighting for the captaincy. So it tells you how misleading is that team.
You can always tell it's international week, can't you?
Yeah.
We've just ripped the backside out of that for a good 10 minutes.
Griezmann's 32.
Absolutely. Pull that to shreds for
Frank
10 minutes.
Frank is showing his age now. But if you'd like to hear more from our egos, then you can head on over to our
No
YouTube
egos in this
page
show.
and subscribe to ESPNFC.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.